Back here for another episode of What's in My Fridge. And this week, got Bottle Logic's Transmit in Color. Gonna be in for a bumpy ride today. So, today I have a very, very special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself, or would you like me to have the privilege of doing so?
No, it's okay. I'm Dea, and I'm Matt's housekeeper, and just kidding.
I actually could use a housekeeper, so if anyone wants to start submitting resumes, I know it's a tough economy right now. I'm looking for somebody. It doesn't pay well, but you have a lot of work.
Just kidding. I'm Matt's girlfriend, and I'm gonna try and review this beer with him. I don't know the beer lingo, so bear with me.
You know a little bit about beer. Don't be so modest.
It's a little bit, but
I mean,
it's okay.
you know more than like Coors Light, so you know that just
But
a little bit.
Coors Light is like the best beer on earth.
We're gonna have to edit that out.
Okay, so what are we drinking?
So this is a beer called Transmit in Color.
Okay.
It's a quote-unquote Café de Olla stout, and you are very familiar with what Café de Olla is.
Yes.
You would like to explain to some of our more less cultured fans out there, such as myself.
So Café de Olla is pretty much just coffee, and it has cinnamon, it has, I think it has piloncillo, I don't know, maybe. Probably should have Googled this before to see what ingredients it has, but it's very good. It's usually, you get at a Mexican restaurant for breakfast, drink it. It's very good. It's delicious. And I can't wait to try this. So how about you pour it?
Your explanation made me very thirsty. I was actually hoping you would allow me to.
I was going to say,
start pouring
let's
this
pop
ASAP.
that bottle, but you already kind of
It's got a super sweet taste, like,
or smell, you mean?
I'm sorry, yeah, smell.
Uh-huh.
That sense. Super sweet smell.
It smells strong.
It smells strong, just like Hyper Smash and a lot of the other, barrel aged stouts in general, not just Bottle Logic's Stasis Project beers.
All right.
So,
cheers.
yeah, it smells really sweet. That's bomb.
That's really good. You could really taste the cinnamon in this. So
This is a pretty, I think, close approximation, because we get Café de Olla at a restaurant here in San Diego. This is just about as the closest I think you could get to make a Café de Olla stout.
yeah,
Just looking at the
it's
logo.
legit.
It's an imperial stout aged in tequila and bourbon barrels and finished with Mexican coffee and cinnamon.
Yeah, definitely lots of cinnamon. And I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon, but Café de Olla, I can drink that. And this is really good.
So how does this compare to not just Hyper Smash, but to some of the other more special like pastry and dessert stouts that we've had?
I don't know, for whatever reason, it's kind of, it's strong, but like drinkable.
Mm-hmm.
Some other beers are very, like, I don't know, too like strong for me to drink. I don't know. I'm very bad at boozy. Boozy, very boozy. See, I don't know the beer lingo. But it's very good. I could probably drink this.
It's hard for me to compare. I don't know if I like Hyper Smash or if I like this better. We kind of reviewed them out of order at the time of this video, so this came out first and Hyper Smash was the next Stasis project, but because I know you really wanted to try this, I wanted to wait until we could actually do it, so I just did the Hyper Smash one before.
It's really good. It's really tasty. You can really taste the cinnamon.
Yeah, it tastes just like Café de Olla if you can manage to either make it yourself or manage to go to a restaurant when restaurants reopen and you can have it. I think it doesn't really talk about how chocolatey. It tastes chocolatey.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like a hint.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like, because usually like with coffee stouts, it's a way like more overpowered with kind of like an espresso flavor. This like has a hint of chocolate to it in my opinion, but
Yeah.
can't stop
See,
drinking
it does have piloncillo.
Oh,
See,
it does
right.
specify?
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the whole story.
That.
So with all the Stasis Project beers, they have like kind of a short summary here, usually what I read off of, and then there's like a two or three sentence like kind of description here, but don't adjust your television set. This Magnanimous Brewing Collaboration Stout decodes the chrominance signal of Café de Olla, broadcasting bold Mexican Bella Vista coffee and Ceylon cinnamon frequencies, while multi-hues of sweet piloncillo are saturated by beams of tequila and bourbon and transmission.
I gotta say, I do taste the tequila, like the...
Yeah, so I think that's like why I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around. There are like other tequila aged beers. I don't have them very frequently, nor do I really see them that frequently, but I think that's why it's making it a little bit more difficult to describe, because usually I'm used to drinking like stuff that's aged in like whiskey barrels of some sort. This doesn't like taste like anything I've really had. The only beer I can think of that's even remotely similar to this, and that's still like not even a good comparison, is the Brewery and Horace Curiosity beer, which we have.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler, it's could be an upcoming thing. It's got a can of it in the fridge.
So I don't know if you saw this, but it also tells you what you can pair it with. And guess what it has as one of the pairings?
Concha?
Yes. Should we bring that in?
I think we're gonna have to.
All right, let's do it. We're gonna do our first beer pairing. All right, so we have the concha. So good. All right.
Would you like to do the honors?
Of cutting it or biting it?
I just say take a bite.
Okay, I'll take a bite. Conchas are very messy, so.
We know each other well enough. Take a drink with it. Like, let us know what the.
It's just like Oh my gosh.
It's not a lie. It does taste better with big, massive, sugary bread in your mouth. That's for sure.
Man, that's really tasty. It's like I'm having a cup of coffee with my concha.
Yeah, I wish you could have one of these every day before work. So just a couple more details on it. This is another collab. It's with a brewery called Magnanimous Brewing. They're in Tampa. Okay. I really wish like I could say more about it. You can't really like get their beer in San Diego. I've seen it like a handful of times like at festivals, and it's just collaborations, but for whatever reason, and this is just my experience with seeing beers from Florida, all of like the gnarly ones are from Tampa. For whatever reason, there's just something about that city that makes it super. They just have like a bunch of gnarly breweries, because the other one is Hidden Springs, and Hidden Springs is phenomenal. And then everyone knows Cigar City. They don't know much about Cigar City, but yeah, so we're gonna have to head out there sometime soon, do a little Florida brewery trip if this ever opens up again and we're allowed to do that. Because I would like to go to, I would like to go to Magnanimous. If this is what their stuff is typically like, then I'm pretty impressed. Have to do a little trip going to Magnanimous, Hidden Springs, and Jay Wakefield out in Miami.
Let's not forget Walt Disney World.
That's true. Tampa's a bit far from there, but they're in the little panhandle of Florida.
But we're gonna go.
We will go.
Thank you.
So now this is on camera, so nobody can say I didn't say that. But
have it on camera.
Yeah. Looking for this beer. You got a decent chance of finding it if you're in the immediate distro area of SoCal and Phoenix. I don't know how much longer it's going to really be made available though. In terms of gauging, with Fundamental Observation being like the most like widely distributed Stasis project, where I was like going to places and having to trip over the bottles like just to get around like months ago. I think you should be able to find this still for the next couple of weeks. At least the bottle shop near us, they've had it for over a week and they still have, I think, a case of it, maybe like 10 to 12 bottles left. So yeah, if you can get a hold of it, or if you live outside of the immediate area of distribution, highly recommend trying to trade for it. One of the better stasis projects I've had. I think I like Hyper Smash like just a little bit more, but they're not the same style of beer, so it's not really maybe a fair comparison. What would you say?
Which one do I like better?
Not just which one do you like better out of those two, but you've had like more of the stasis projects just like me. Like you've had Jam the Radar, you've had Staff of Asir.
Yeah.
Where does this rank for you?
I think this is probably number 1.
Really? This is your favorite stasis project? It's not a bad choice. It's pretty valid.
It's very good, and it's just like, I don't know, café de olla.
Yeah, there's not.
I love that.
Honestly, you're just gonna have to take our word for it. Just go drink it if you don't know what café de olla is or you haven't had it before.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind you like picking up another one of this.
Well, they are open tomorrow, so we can.
This just it's so good.
Honestly, I kind of agree with you. I'm actually presuming that the Sandy Wine of Beer still has it tomorrow. I might just go get another bottle of this.
We'll see.
So looking at Untappd, this guy is currently sitting at a 4.11 out of 5.
Okay.
In terms of me giving it a personal rating, I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I think I'm gonna do a 4.75.
Damn, that was that good for you.
It was so good. It's drinkable. It's not too boozy. I mean, it is.
To be fair, I am kind of getting this, like, having the need to obsessively touch my glass and take a drink.
Yes. So that's why I give it a 4.75.
Yeah, not a lot of quote unquote fire like on the back end. Like, when you get like a boozy beers that kind of, you have to.
Very drinkable.
Yeah, very chuggable. I definitely would not advocate doing that, but this is a very sweet beer that you could probably, put a lot more down than a lot more of the other boozier stouts by Bottle Logic.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that's going to end today's video. Another great, fantastic beer here that we had the opportunity to empty our wallets and try.
Yeah.
So go ahead and you can follow me on Instagram at Matt the Destroyer, my Untappd at BFHPA. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jargon all of the kids are talking about today, but they don't really watch my videos to my knowledge. At least I don't advocate
Hope
it.
you're 21 and over if you're watching this.
You've agreed to you're 21 and over if you click this link.
Yes. So, see ya.
I think that's good. We got another video in the editor's queue. Hey Tyler, do you want some transmit in color?
Sure.
Come on down. We're done recording.